Because saying the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs came here and denied. We have budget circulars that the ministry received. We went to the Federal Executive Council, the council approved it. Council approved the MTEF, council approved the budget. So how can it be my word against hers? We also have a project development document and negotiation agreement that our ministry's PIU are a part of. So there's a gap of information within the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs itself. If the PIU of the ministry does not update the minister, we cannot be held responsible for that. If we send, the budget is a 3,000-page document. We engage with each ministry bilaterally. Before FEC, we send the draft budget to ministers. We expect them to communicate to us if there are any things that need to be corrected. What else are we supposed to do? We've done all that we need to do. We have evidence that they got the copy of the budget before FEC. We have evidence that this was before FEC. What else are we going to do? I don't want to keep flagging an issue that we have explained to the best. If you want to see the copy of the circular where they received their own budget, we can give you that. If you want to see the detailed negotiation document of this facility that shows that they were the lead and they are part of it, because they have it's an existing program, it's not a new one. So there's a PIU that has been in place since 2017 with the project manager and project staff, and they were part of the negotiation. So I'm worried that I'm hearing distinguished senators saying it's my word against hers. It's not, it shouldn't be. I think the only mistake is that this project of 206 was mistakenly described as security equipment. And we explained that it is in selecting the drop-down menu. When you pick a code, the description shows, then you enter the amount. That is all. So I hope that by this meeting that we have held with the distinguished senators, that this process will be concluded. If you want the documents, like I said, the evidence of the circular, the evidence of the negotiation agreement, we can provide it. The minister cannot say she's not aware of this project. This is a project that they have been implementing since 2017. This is a new one that took us over 1 year to land at the negotiation. We went to FEC. FEC approved that new phase. We've now put it amongst what is coming to the National Assembly for approval before it becomes effective.
There seems to be communication gap at that high level. Maybe between the permanent secretaries, maybe people down, maybe down there, yes, maybe they are communicating, they are discussing one another. But maybe there is no much, discussion between the two ministers in that respect. So this is not the issue here. I'm just passing a comment. However, as my colleague has said, probably, to give us more information into this, as you promised, you are going to give us documents. Probably, this National Social Safety Net project, the projects under it, that is what we are talking about. There are 3, 4, 5 or whatever number of projects under them. So please, we will honestly want it categorized and indicated so that, we will have it very, very clear, defined, and also tie it to your releases from the budget. You spoke about series of meetings have been done. So that's why I say at what level. So if there are some communications that you can indicate to us, that communication between you and Humanitarian Affairs. We don't want to know what is in power, we don't want to know what is in health. What we are talking about here is the ministry relationship with Humanitarian Ministry, that's all. So the series of communications, if there are some approvals, if there are some whatever that you have, that will convince us. Here is very convincing to me. But you see, if you are talking about a minister and a minister, I don't want to put the two ministers before me here. I'm not going to create a scene because I am an APC government. I'm not going to put APC government hitting one another here. So, so for me, that should not be an issue. But what is an issue? Give us all the necessary documentations that we require. we will not be calling you. I felt guilty. You were with me over there, and you spent the whole day here, and you are with me here again. Probably house is waiting for you. I wouldn't know. The office is also waiting for you. So, but if you have, these documents explicitly, give them to us. We will take, a couple of days, look at, dissect them, and then, this time, we will want the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs to bring in a full, detailed report of hers too, so that we can now use the documentation and reconcile them, and then, tell these pressmen that are looking at us that there was no party. We have reconciled the equipment, is just communication gap and what have you. There were some threats from EFCC that, they would want to be calling us to go to go before them. So I begin to wonder, if you call me on a bilateral loan, you call Yusuf, what will Yusuf tell you?